Hey everyone, and welcome to the team. We're absolutely thrilled to have you here. Today, we're going to walk through the Pawsitively Pink Pet Services Pet Safety and Emergency Protocol Explainer. You can really think of this as your definitive, everyday guide to keeping our clients' pets completely safe and knowing exactly how to execute our standard operations procedures when the unexpected happens. Our goal today is to build a calm, professional, and really practical foundation so you can step into literally any home with absolute confidence. Your job out in the field is incredibly important. You really are our first line of defense. But, and this is a huge but, you are not a veterinarian. Our absolute core mantra here at Pawsitively Pink is to stay in your lane. We want you to train your eyes to spot dangers and then react systematically. It comes down to 4 steps. You notice the hazard, you protect the pet by securing them or the item, you report the concern immediately to management, and you document the facts. Notice, protect, report, document. So here is a super quick roadmap of what we're covering in today's explainer. First, spotting everyday hazards. Second, high-risk plants and oils. Third, the emergency response protocol. And finally, proper communication and documentation. Okay, let's jump right into section 1, spotting everyday hazards. We're going to focus on recognizing dangerous foods, medications, and chemicals, training our eyes to spot seemingly normal things that actually pose a massive threat. Kitchens are just full of hidden dangers. Now, you already know about chocolate and grapes, but you need to keep a really sharp eye out for xylitol. That's the artificial sweetener found in sugar-free gum, candy, and toothpaste, and it causes severe blood sugar drops and liver damage. Also, watch out for macadamia nuts, onions, alcohol, and raw yeast dough. And picture this, because it's a very realistic scenario. You walk into a client's kitchen to feed their dog, and there's a torn trash bag on the floor. That trash could contain fatty foods that lead to a painful, life-threatening condition called pancreatitis, or it could have objects like corn cobs and bones that cause severe intestinal blockages. If you see it, notice the hazard and secure the pet immediately. So let me ask you this directly. You walk into a living room and notice a chewed, broken pill organizer lying right there on the rug. What do? Take a second to just let the gravity of a medication breach sink in. This isn't just a little mess to sweep up. This is a potential life or death emergency. Human medications are actually among the top causes of reported pet poisonings in the US. We're talking about everything from ibuprofen and sleep aids to antidepressants and even deadly fluorouracil skin creams. These can absolutely be fatal to a dog or cat. That means your vigilance around nightstands, bathroom counters, and rugs is just non-negotiable. If you find dropped pills or that chewed organizer we just talked about, you do not try to diagnose the pet or guess what they ate. Remember, stay in your lane. You secure the pet away from the hazard and you report it. And of course, it's not just the kitchen and bathroom. Outdoor areas, garages, and laundry rooms are absolute minefields. You've got to pay special attention to rodent bait. Some poisons, like bromethalin, literally have no known antidote. In the laundry room, unused dryer sheets and laundry pods contain cationic detergents, which can cause severe internal chemical burns and ulcers if a pet chews on them. Outside, make sure pets stay off recently treated lawns and be hyper-vigilant about antifreeze. Even tiny licks of ethylene glycol can be fatal. Moving on to section 2, high-risk plants and oils. Let's look at how specific, incredibly popular home decor items are silently toxic. Let's talk about lilies. True lilies, like stargazers, Easter lilies, and daylilies, have what's called a total toxicity profile. This means the entire plant is poisonous. The stem, the leaves, the flower petals, the pollen, and yes, even the water sitting inside the vase. If a pet simply brushes up against a lily and licks a few grains of pollen off its coat or takes a quick sip from the vase water, that is an absolute emergency. Now, what's really important to understand here is the species-specific danger. For dogs, eating a lily might cause some minor stomach upset, but for cats, lilies are an absolute, immediate life-or-death crisis. Even minor exposure causes fatal, irreversible kidney failure in less than 3 days. If you even suspect a cat has had contact with a lily, they require aggressive veterinary treatment within 18 hours, period. Another super common decor hazard is the essential oil diffuser. Highly concentrated essential oils, especially things like tea tree oil, can cause severe issues if a pet walks through spilled oil, gets it on their coat, or ingests it. The symptoms you'll see include unsteadiness on their feet, depression, and low body temperature. Always make sure these diffusers are kept well out of paw's reach, and if a pet does knock one over, you already know what to do. Notice, protect, report, and document. Which brings us to section 3, the emergency response protocol.
executing the Positively Pink safety method. So, knowing exactly how to react when you spot these hazards in the field is what this protocol is all about.
But before we talk about what to do, we need to firmly lay down the boundaries of what you must never do. Again, we do not practice veterinary medicine. Never attempt to induce vomiting. Never try some home remedy you read about online. Never try to diagnose the pet yourself. Never hide an incident, a hazard, or a mistake from management. And, this is absolutely critical, never contact the client first in a life-threatening emergency. So, for those immediate, life-threatening crises, let's say a pet is non-responsive or having a severe reaction. Step 1 is to secure the pet and immediately begin transport to the emergency vet. Step 2, you call the daily manager from your car while you are safely en route. This way, you can focus purely on driving safely and getting that pet to medical professionals, while your manager takes on the heavy lifting of contacting the client and coordinating all the next steps.
Now, what if it's a non-life-threatening concern? Say you walk in, the dog looks totally fine, but you find that chewed pill organizer we talked about. In this scenario, your exact steps are: 1. Secure the pet away from the hazard. 2. Call the daily manager immediately. 3. Send clear photos of the chewed container and the surrounding area. And 4. Wait right there for management's next step direction. We are going to tell you exactly what to do next based on the facts you've just reported.
All right, Section 4, proper communication and documentation. Reporting facts clearly in time to pet and our internal systems. Because once the immediate danger is resolved and the pet is safe, we enter the final and really critical phase of our protocol, meticulous factual documentation. I want to reiterate this core Positively Pink principle for you. Emergencies are not handled silently. If there is any safety, health, or security concern whatsoever, you must call the daily manager. Over-communicating with leadership is always the right choice. We are absolutely here to support you, but we can't help if we don't know what's happening. Let's quickly walk through our internal systems to make sure everyone understands where administrative data needs to go. Time to Pet, or TTP, is for your client-facing updates, photos, and pet notes. The end-of-day form is specifically for unresolved issues that the general manager needs to review before tomorrow's schedule kicks off. The Incident tab is for capturing operational incidents so management has clear visibility. And the Training Capture spreadsheet is used for logging missed procedures or preventable mistakes so we as a team can continuously improve. Ultimately, the goal is that the general manager can reconstruct any incident purely from the documentation without having to track anyone down. When it comes to actually writing those client updates in Time to Pet, our tone just has to remain profoundly professional. You need to be honest, calm, and kind. State the specific facts of what happened and keep the message completely free of blame. You also want to clearly state what action has already been taken. Something like, I have secured Fido and contacted my manager. Do not over-explain. Never speculate on what might happen, and definitely never promise medical outcomes. Just stick straight to the facts.
To wrap up this explainer, stay in your lane. We aren't veterinarians, and we don't expect you to be either. But we do expect you to be vigilant professionals. Notice the hazard, protect the pet, report the concern immediately to your daily manager, and document the facts clearly and accurately. That is the Positively Pink way.
I'll leave you with this one vital question to ask yourself as you head out. If an emergency strikes on your very next visit, are you fully prepared to notice, protect, report, and document? By knowing these hazards inside and out and trusting our management protocols, you are completely empowered to step into your next appointment with sharp eyes, absolute confidence, and the ability to keep every single pet safe. Thank you so much for your dedication and for keeping our Positively Pink standard of care incredibly high.